Hello there, welcome back. Today's story is about thinking out of the box. Have you ever come across a situation in life where you have felt you have only one choice? Have you ever faced a circumstance where you felt either you can help yourself or someone else you love but not both? What if I say that there's always a solution, but maybe you haven't been thinking in the right way? Maybe you haven't thought out of the box. Now, what is thinking out of the box? Let me help you out with a story. There was a small business owner. He had taken a lot of money from a money lender. And this money lender had his eyes on the businessman's beautiful daughter. But he knew that she would never agree to marry him. So he came up with a proposition. He says, I can waive off the loan provided you marry your daughter off to me. The businessman obviously wasn't happy with the arrangement. So the money lender comes up with another option. He says, let's play a game of chance. I'll put 2 stones in a bag. One would be black, another white. Your daughter has to pick out a stone. If it's white, you don't have to pay me and she needn't marry me. But if it's black, I'll waive off what you owe me, but she'll have to marry me. He said this in front of the daughter. So now the daughter was in a fix. She wasn't very happy with the arrangement, but she wanted to help her father, so she agreed to it. Now, as the money lender picks up the stones from their own garden, the daughter notices that both the stones were black. She was perturbed. Should she point this out? Or should she go along with this and sacrifice herself? Or can she think beyond these obvious options? What she does is, she draws a stone out, but before looking at it, she pretends to drop it accidentally. She says, oh, I'm so clumsy, I dropped the stone. But anyway, it doesn't matter because what's there in the bag is what matters. We can just check the bag and we'll know what had been there in my hand. Now the money lender was left with no other choice but to accept that the stone she had drawn and had in her hand had been a white stone. We sometimes blame life that it left us with no other option but one. Sometimes we feel we have no other choice than the one right in front of us, the most obvious one. But have we spared a thought that maybe the problem is we haven't looked closely enough? We haven't tested our mind enough and we have resigned ourselves to whatever the fate so-called. Sometimes we haven't thought through our situations and we don't realize that we may not really have to make some sacrifices, but rather we can do good to others. We can do good to those whom we love without having to put ourselves in a miserable situation. So maybe the problem is we haven't thought out of the box.